Hey, listen up, fellow developers. Can we please stop it with the token waste? And I'm not talking about ChatGPT here or the people who fiddle around with Cursor. I'm talking about serious devs here who are using Claude code. Anthropic still has the best models. And they're clearly running out of capacity. They're patching things up with a Pentagon. They have their new Mythos model. And more people and companies are recognizing how powerful Claude code is, and they're using it more and more. And clearly, there's not enough tokens to go around. So that's why Anthropic does all these tricks to try to get you to use your plan less. But then you have all these jerks with 10 max plans who have unlimited money apparently, and more is more. They do things like running 10 agents in parallel to do the same thing because then the agents can check each other's results and pick the best one or whatever, and it's so wasteful. Or you have people continuing the same chat with Claude code for hours and hours. Can you maybe use clear, the clear command where you start over with a fresh context instead of letting your context window, grow forever? And if you encounter this compacting conversation thing in the UI, you're only doing things wrong. You should never run into that. And it itself, uses up a ton of tokens. What you gotta do is, just have Claude code document when you have it write a feature, have it write a handoff document. If you want to continue later, have it write documentation in Markdown. Have it write for you, Markdown documents that describe what your project does. Your coding standards, how to kick off a asynchronous process, or write an API endpoint, and then you can start new conversations all the time. Just point Claude at the documents that are pertinent to the task at hand, and you save time, or at least you save just a ton of tokens that way. And I swear, if everybody did that, if they were using AI correctly, we could probably do with like maybe 5 or 10% of current data center capacity. Disregarding right now all that AI slop with video and image generation or whatever. But just talking about coding, there's so much you can do to reduce token use. And Anthropic can't tell the difference between frivolous use of tokens and legitimate use, like my side projects on my $20 a month plan. And they are already like hinting at that maybe they take Claude code away from my plan. And it just makes me so mad when there's like people who have unlimited money, so they have like these 10 max plans, and they're just wasting all these tokens. And if you don't care about fellow developers, at least do it for America, because the Chinese, they have unlimited electricity, they have their nuclear plants and their dams and stuff like that. And here in America, electricity is very expensive. So from that aspect alone, let's save tokens. Let's let the current capacity that we have last longer. And that's not a degrading, in quality of your coding at all. It's just getting organized, understanding how AI works, how LLMs work. That whenever you have a new turn in conversation, it sends the whole full discussion previously of what you typed in, or well, there are other videos for that. I don't have to explain it here, but please, I did not expect us to get to this point so quickly. It was very clear that token use is heavily subsidized right now, and the dude who's having, who's paying maybe $1,000 for his plans a month, he's probably costing Anthropic $30,000 or $40,000 a month. So that's not sustainable. But we are already here where the writing's on the wall that it might only be now weeks or maybe a very few short months until programming with AI gets a lot more expensive. And just all around, it would make much more sense if people were more aware of saving tokens. End of rant.